What's up, Nathan and Jabra? Good morning, guys. Just setting up the live stream real quick. I got it. What's up, Nathan and Jabra? Good morning, guys. There we go. Good morning, good morning. All right, so we're going to be looking at NASDAQ as always. We'll see what we get today. So we got New York Stock Exchange opening in about 2 minutes. Just give me 1 second real quick.
Porque ha absorbido el conocimiento de gente.
Okay, so we have about 15 seconds, so we should have New York Stock Exchange open. And I'll give you guys a review in just a little bit. I'm just I'm going to be streaming this Zoom session on the YouTube channel. So let me just try to share it real quick, and then we'll start. Koshka, no. All right, so there we have the New York Stock Exchange open with this candle here. And we'll see what we get today. It looks like we might actually, I'm going to erase all this. It looks like we might actually keep on consolidating throughout the day until FOMC today. We do have FOMC in about, well, later in the afternoon. And I'll probably send another link for you guys. Later today for the FOMC news. Pretty much like always. So far, it looks like we came inside of the imbalance in here. Inside there a couple of times. Even though we did leave equal highs up here, it's possibly that it's not going to come back up for them. I would like for NASDAQ to just keep on trading lower. Let's look at the weekly chart real quick. Looks like it did go just a little bit above last week's high, which would be this candle here, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You just mark this candle. Yeah, we did go a little bit higher on the opening yesterday. Came all the way down. And then just came right back up today. Just to fill some of that imbalance there and traded back into this up candle. So essentially we should see it keep expanding lower. So far came all the way down for the sell stops, intraday sell stops, which would be below these two equal lows. And this low down here. I'll let it do its thing right now. And well, we're gonna open a 5-minute in a little bit. So we'll see if that the next 5-minute candle gives us an entry. I believe it should come lower. Sell stops down here as well. And under these lows here. So far, this 5-minute candle that opened came all the way back up into this area right here, which I believe was, oh yeah, it's the 1 hour imbalance, right? We came back up and tested that. We should reject it since it's also confluence with this up candle here. I want to see it reject and go lower. But still waiting for a better confirmation for me to actually take a trade. And I believe I set the Zoom call for about like an hour and a half. So we're gonna have plenty of time to trade the morning session. Unless if we don't, if I don't really see anything clear or anything worthy to take a trade on, I'll probably close it early and then just send another one for the FOMC news. Because like I said, it could possibly just consolidate until the afternoon because of that. And it's really been consolidating for quite a while on the hourly time frame. Since way before on the 22nd of December, we started building this range in here. And right now we're currently right in the middle of it. So you guys take your fib from the high to the low. We're pretty much right in the equilibrium area. So there's really not that much of a high probability setup when we're stuck inside of the middle of a consolidation or the middle of a range. Well, I like to first see expand either direction and then start looking for a good trade there. There's really no confirmation that we just need more information for a setup. So possibly for FOMC, if we do consolidate inside of this range still, we could possibly see it FOMC at the beginning, possibly break out through the upside. Either just take the buy stops above these highs, or most likely also come up for these highs here. And then if we test this here, I'll probably start looking for a short there. And we just have a little clean area above here that it could also pop into, but I'll be looking at this level first and see if that's enough for it to start reversing. Because there's a lot of buy stops building up on the upside. We got double tops here and double tops here, and then we have this clean area here as well. And just above it, there's a small imbalance. So that's what I'm really going to be looking at or looking for. But overall direction, I'm still bearish for indices. I just needed to have a retracing. We measure this range here. That would be above 50%. So that would be a good short if we end up getting up there. So far right now, after New York section opened, we didn't only have taken up the sell stops. It's starting to expand up for the buy stops now. But if you look at price action, it looks kind of still. Like it's not really doing much movement. We came down for the sell stops, came back up for the buy stops up here. It's most likely going to start trading down again. So that's most likely what we're going to see today in this morning session. Obviously, just taking buy stops, sell stops, and buy stops like that. It's not really going to be much of a trending type of session. Oh yeah, we do have news in at 10, huh? What was it? Was it PMI or something like that? Yeah, PMI. Yeah, PMI. So we'll watch that news in a bit, and then we'll decide whether we take a trade or just wait for FOMC. Thanks for reminding me. I totally forgot about that news today. And I actually looked at it right before sending the link. So it's most likely going to use that news to break out of this small range in here. So we'll just wait for that news to hit. You guys see how they left the double tops intact? They got really close to the highs, but didn't really trade through them. Like I mentioned, that I don't really see those highs being taken out just now. Came down for the sell stops first and came back up just for this swing high. Did not go higher than this high. And now we're starting to break down lower. Like I said, this level should be the target for the morning session. If it just does not consolidate, then possibly this should be the target. I just don't like the position where price is at inside of the range. Ultimately, it should stretch down for the sell stops below these lows and this low here. And after they do that, after it does come down for those stops here, then it might start working its way up for the double tops here. And if we're close enough to these tops here, by the time FOMC news is around the corner, then it's probably going to just use FOMC to expand up for the highs here. That's pretty much how I see today's play could turn out to be. So we still have about 13 minutes, almost 12 minutes for the news to hit. But so far we're doing what I also mentioned earlier, just taking lows, taking highs. Now we took another low here. We'll see if it comes up for a new high. Well, it should not. If it's gonna come down for these lows, I don't think it should come for the high. So far on the 1 minute chart, we only came back up to this zone in here, which is an imbalance. If it's going to go lower, it has to reject that. Because if it closes it all fully in, then it's probably just going to keep on going higher, like we were doing now. So it's most likely going to range for the next 10 minutes inside of this range in here. If it was going to drop, it should have dropped either on this candle or this candle. But it only came down, rejected, and now, like I said, if it's going to fill this completely, it's most likely going to go higher. And we have a potential institutional candle here building up for this down candle. So if this candle is able to come above this high or the open here, then we have it's really likely for it to keep on going up for the stops above these highs here, or at least just this here. But I think if it's going to come up above this open, it should overshoot the low here. Should overshoot it and probably try to come above either the highs or at least the body of these candles here. And we got about 8 more minutes for the news to hit. Let me just look at the DXY real quick, see what it's doing. See if it could help me by predicting what most likely the news could bring us. So far on the monthly, we've reached a really good level here, which is the 114.72 level. We had been rejecting off of that on this monthly candle, we traded up a little bit and it looks like it's starting to give or fade out. So if you guys look at this area down here, you have an imbalance. And then on the weekly, we took out this swing low here a couple weeks ago with this low, and then last week as well. Then we also have this small little imbalance in here as well. So the monthly and weekly looks like it could keep on going lower still, possibly taking out this low in here, or at least fill most of this gap in here. I think this imbalance is going to be traded through, and we're actually going lower. So that does kind of neglect the bearishness on the indices that I was looking at for quite a while. So you're gonna have to wait for FOMC to actually really have the direction for the beginning of the year. But so far, I mean, with DXY does look like it just wants to keep on going lower still before it ever comes back up for these highs in here. But we will have to wait and see. I think today, or at least this week, should clear the waters and let us know exactly what price action wants to do. I mean, besides the monthly and weekly, if you go down to like daily 4-hour, it looks kind of like a mess with the lower time frames. So far, the 4-hour, we took the equal highs here. So it could be most really likely for it to continue on lower. Let's look at US100 again. So if that's the case for DXY, then it could be a lot likely for US100 to actually come up for these buy stops above these highs here. And let's look at US500. It's 30. These up here. So still sloppy price action. Like I said, there's nothing really that I would be interested in actually pulling the trigger for a trade. We'll just have to wait for news events to hit. So depending right now on 3 minutes, once the news hits, we'll see if it gives us an opportunity. If not, well, I'll just stop looking at the charts until the afternoon once FOMC is right around the corner. Okay, so about less than a minute and we should start seeing some good volatility kicking in. We got 28 seconds, 30 seconds left. And so far, we really haven't gone out of the range that I mentioned. We're most likely just going to keep on consolidate around that area until we actually see some news bring some volatility in. Okay, so there we go with our 10 o'clock news. This is our candle reaching down for the sell stops. We want to see it reach all the way down to these ones, this one here. And let me start by opening my MT4 just in case the trade forms quickly. Had a really nice stretch down, almost tapped on that low there. See if it comes back one more time. It's not necessary for it to actually take this low out since we have a lot of liquidity under these lows. I would like for it though to hit that. But anyway, but this move by itself, it's enough move for a lot more of buy stops to be building up above here. So I would expect a reversal right after. And it looks like it's not going to take that low out. It's probably going to leave it intact and then just head for the highs. We'll see right now. We'll give it a couple more minutes. I'll let another 5-minute candle open before I actually make my final decision on to whether I'll be buying it or not. All right, so let's go to the MT4. I believe the low has been made, the indices. And we'll just wait and see if we get the entry. If we don't get the entry, then oh well, doesn't matter. There's always opportunities around the corner. If we do, that'd be great though. And as you guys can see, it's still the same live account from after my Forex funds challenges were passed. Currently at a 2.3%, which is how I left it at yesterday. Yesterday, the trade that I took with you guys with levels is the only trade I've taken, or the only trade I took yesterday, and haven't taken anyone since. So I'm still waiting for price to actually give me a clean level to trade off of, because this retracement back down is not good. Actually, I did not want it to come lower than the 108.87 level, and we're already below that. So it could make another last attempt to come down for that low that I mentioned here. Still wait and see. I'll be risking $300 on this trade just like yesterday as well, if we actually get a trade. Well, to me, since it did come lower than that level I mentioned, and it did take a buy stops above this high, it's most likely going to keep on going lower now. So we'll see the next candle in about 10 seconds. If yeah, I would have liked for this level to not gotten traded through just yet before my entry. But we'll see if the next candle provides something. My stop's going to be at 108.92.5 if I get a level. And yeah, it's the 5-minute candle here. And yeah, it's probably going to be a missed entry. It keeps on trading lower from here. Yep. Hopefully the next 5-minute candle gives us an entry. I don't think the 1 minute's gonna give it the entry. Although if we're able to get inside of this area, that would be good to look for shorts. About 1 more minute left, then it should open a new 5-minute candle. Okay, so that's the new 5-minute candle. And we should start seeing a retracement on that one. I'm seeing if I'm at least going to be able to buy it to target this small imbalance there. And then once we get up there, I'll see about we should be able to take a short. As long as we don't take, yeah, so that's not quite good. Let's see. Yeah, we already took those lows out. So. So this 5 minutes candle's most likely going to just keep on stretching down. There's still sell stops below these lows here. That's most likely what's going to be attacked. And it'd be interesting to see after taking all the sell stops down here, if it reverses throughout the day to take out buy stops above here and buy stops above here. And hopefully we should leave this low intact. So we take out this low, I'm going to start looking at lower time frames to start seeing any signs of reversal or break of market structures to attack the liquidity above these equal highs here. Because I was not able to get on this short. I was too slow to load the MT4, and we did after this breakdown here. We didn't really get a retracement up to where I wanted to short at. So we're just going to have to wait for these lows to get taken out and see if we have a reversal afterwards. So I'll mark the imbalance that you guys see right here, which is right under those lows. I want to see it respect again, or at least just trade through it a little, but reject right away. And then we'll use this area as support once we've taken out the sell stops out. So far we've just hit the top end of that. We did take a swing low here. So we just have to start looking for breaks of structure on the 1 minute or the 5 minute basis. So I'm going to be taking the buy there. My stop's just at 107.81. And we should start expanding up. I'm going to take some partials on the imbalance in here and then leave most of it out for the highs up here. Yeah, I want to see this new 15-minute candle start expanding to the upside. I don't want to see it really come back into drawdown on my trade. If I start seeing drawdown, I'm most likely gonna close it out because it's gonna want to fill this wick and most likely hit my stop. And that's not what I want to see. I want to see it just start expanding up. Is what we really want to see. So just like it's doing now, that's what I want to see. Let me just make sure this. Just want to make sure that high is the same one as the 1 minute. And it's pretty much the same. So I'll be taking half off once we hit that level. It's also a mid-level institutional level. So yeah, definitely want to take at least half there. At least it's going to be about almost a 2-to-1, I think. Or it looks like a 2-to. No, it's almost like a 1.5. Barely. So once we take that there, I'll take partials and I'll roll my stops to break even. Actually, I could roll my stops to break even right now since it should not come back to my entry where it's at. It should not come lower than the low on this candle here. So we had a small retracement there. It should start pulling up now into the imbalance. And you know what? Instead of taking half off, I'm going to take just a quarter off. And depending on how price reacts here, I'll take another quarter off, or I'll just leave it on for the highs. And we want to see this imbalance here stay open. If not, it's not going to be too good for our price action. Okay, because we already dug into it once. It hasn't completely filled, so that's good. But we don't want to see it completely close. And we want to see this candle start bringing up movement. We had a down candle close. We don't want to see any more down candles close now. We just want to see more expansion to the upside. So if we take out this low, I'm going to close my entry at a full and just save my stop, because if we take out this low, it's most likely going to come lower for my stop. Okay, so this candle closing bullish is good. You should start seeing the next candles start having or delivering big or big bullish ranges up. And actually, that's a new 5-minute candle also. So I'm going to see this 5-minute candles keep on heading up. And hopefully this one kind of did close about the middle of this down candle. So we don't want to see it trade back down into this imbalance in here, because if it trades back down there, like I said, it's not going to be good. We just want to see at the most just consolidate, but keep on drifting higher. So this consolidation here should be a new area of accumulation. There should be orders accumulating here long. This candle here that came down and tested this level, that would have been a re-entry there actually. And we just want to see it keep posting up candle closes and heading towards the upside as well. So that right there, that's not good. So I'm going to go ahead and close my entry. So my entry is closed before my stop could have been reached. And I'll just wait to see if we get any other re-entry. I made only like $50. That's not that bad for a safe spot. We were at a 1-to-1 at the very high, but I was expecting it to come at least up to that imbalance there. Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. This is going to help you guys a lot. Just seeing how price is red or so see, that's why I closed my trade early without having any losses, because right there, that would have already taken me out at exactly break even. And we should start seeing come lower for this low here, which would have taken out my initial stop loss. So we revisited the high end of the imbalance with these two levels. We'll see if that provides an expansion to the upside for this here. So if this down candle provides support on this one and start expanding up, that's where I'm going to take the trade. So taking the trade there. My stop loss just about below this candle here. And we want to see it remain above the midpoint here. So yeah, it's not quite so good, but it will give it just a little bit of chance there. At the most, we want to see it just test this level again. At the very most. Yes, so that's not good. Took out this low. So it has to expand up now if it's going to. Because if it comes back down for this low, then it's not going to be good. And I'll be closing my trade before. Oh, look at that. It's not good. So just going to close my trade right then and there, taking a small loss. About 285 minus 50. That's only a $230 loss so far for the morning session. So still up for the week with this being the second trading day that I've been trading. Let it decide exactly what it wants to do before taking another entry. Because it looks like it's still trying to come down for the equal lows here. But I'm still expecting that reversal to take place. Let me just look at let me look at DXY real quick. So DXY did end up going higher. Just a little. So yeah, this is from the news earlier. Gave DXY a little bit of upside inside of this imbalance in here. So if DXY is going to go lower, it has to break down from where it's at right now and start breaking lower. And US100 looks like it wants to break market structure if we take out this high. So let's head back to T4. Looks like it protected the low here. So I'll be taking that entry there. And if the next 1 minute candle, yeah, if we get that next 1 minute candle to come down. So right, yeah, it was right there. I missed it. I'll give it another chance to go just a little bit lower. So right there. That's gonna be my second entry. So I got 2 entries in right now. And I don't want to see a lot of retracement on this trade here. I want to see it expand up from where it's at around these areas, the levels that I had marked there. So essentially you're risking about 0.5%. And the stop was hit right there. So that's about 2 losing trades for the morning session. One kind of break even. So I'm gonna wait until FOMC now to be able to take another trade. So I'll just I'll let price action do what it wants to do right now, because it's kind of just struggling around this area. It's not really doing much, not going higher, not going lower, just kind of consolidate around this area. So I'll wait until FOMC in about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 hours. And I'll send you guys a new link to trade FOMC and see about how we can make the small losses that we took out today. All right, cool guys. I'll see you guys in a bit then later today. I'll be uploading this recording to the levels community in a little bit. Yep, you're welcome, Jimmy.